Many pro-life and Christian organisations are opposing new guidelines from the National Institute for Health and Clinical Excellence, suggesting that IVF treatment on the NHS should be offered to same-sex couples. The recommendations say that NHS-funded IVF should be available to same-sex couples who've already tried other fertility techniques. Josephine Quintavalli, director of CORE, Comment on Reproductive Ethics, believes these guidelines are political correctness gone mad.
I think the recommendation for lesbian couples is very much part of the political correct attitude to sexuality at the moment, and I do try and encourage people to understand that there's a lot of joined up public policy here. Those who've been opposing gay marriage should have a look at this and consider that when assisted reproduction went outside the confines of the heterosexual stable relationship, that was the beginning. Now it's very obvious that they're offering fertility treatment to absolutely anybody who wishes it, and there's no longer any parameters in place that say only this or only that. So I think it has contributed very much to the acceptance of gay marriage, gay relationships in general. Yeah.
One of Josephine's greatest concerns is how these recommendations would impact children.
I think when you're looking at reproduction, you have to start primarily from the perspective of the child, and I think the child's rights are the most significant, and so you have to question, does the child have a right to a father? I think the role of father has been written out considerably from assisted reproduction. It's not only lesbian couples who are writing out the father, but there's also provision. Single women can be offered fertility treatment too. So we need to go back to look at the role of fatherhood.
And Josephine is challenging everyone to have a much greater awareness on these issues.
I would certainly say to the church and to the country at large, wake up, go and look and try and understand what's going on, and don't just sit back and think it's somebody else's problem, somebody else is doing it. You've got to get your heads around these things. We are definitely right in the middle of the horrifying brave new world that many of the prophets from long ago foresaw.